Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Bottom to the Top. As FM25 is now delayed until March, it's quite possible that we could take this series for the first time in the history of the channel to its conclusion. Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode number 91 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. It's an FA Cup, a replay, first round replay at that, and then we will be having a League One matchday 18 against Notts County. And as mentioned in the preamble, FM25, if you didn't already know, has been delayed until March 2025, which means it gives us a bit more scope to do stuff here on the channel. If you're not watching my other series, question is why not? But it does mean that for the first time in the history of the channel, we may well try and get this particular save, a bottom to the top, up to the top, or as close to as we can. And we want to progress this season even more out of League One into the Championship. Would be rather splendid. Back-to-back promotions for 3 seasons would be very, very good as well. Let's hope that doesn't go awry today for a start off. And of course, with FM25 delayed, it does mean that we've got scope to do other things here on the channel, including some more tutorials. We will also do some tactical videos. I think I mentioned on the other channel, say if you're not watching the other other series on this channel, then we will be doing some tactic videos. And as I think I said on the other one, is what I want to try and do is do it, and most of the tactics sort of things, they tend to do it with bigger teams, so I want to do it with a team like Weymouth to see how the tactic works with a lower league side. So if you're a person that likes to do lower league saves, then maybe it's a tactic that won't work for lower league sides. Maybe it's a tactic that only works if you've got really top class players, and we will test it out. That's what I want to do with the tactics. If you think that's a great idea, then of course leave me that big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let me know about what you think we should be doing in the interim period to FM25. And of course we will do lots of other things, including some shirt videos. I have some more shirts on the way, so a shirt video coming very, very soon. And yeah, lots of other things besides. So the best way of keeping up to date and keeping the knowledge of what is going on the channel is to give me the big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and that will keep you up to date with everything that's going on the channel as it is released. And the other way of keeping up to date with everything that's going on is follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, well, let's get into it. This is the first video I've recorded for this particular series since I've come back off my holiday. So as well as you, I need to have a recap. You won't need too much of a recap because obviously you'll have seen the last episode on Tuesday. I recorded it a few weeks ago because of needing to bank up a few with going on holiday. So I need a little bit of a refresh, really. Last time out, we played Barnet in the EFL Trophy Southern Section Group E. Lost 2 goals to, sorry, we won 2 goals to 1, but it wasn't enough to get to the knockout stages. And then we went and lost 1-0 to Charlton Athletic, which was rather annoying. It was a Will Armitage own goal on 82 minutes, annoyingly, but very close match at that. And that brought a little bit of an unbeaten run to an end. And it left us in League One in second place, as it turns out, behind Oxford United. In fact, 2 points behind Oxford United. They have played a game more than us, I've noticed. Is that because they played recently? We'll check in a minute. But they are 2 points in front of us. We do have a game in hand, so we could go back on top. And then 2 points behind us are Birmingham, our second opponents of today's episode. they are in fourth. They played a game more than us. They are on 33 points. They've started to turn around a little bit, lost 3, and then they've won 1 and drawn 1 in their last 5 games. So let's see if we can get a result against Notts County today. That's back at the Bob Lucus. But before all that, we are away to Chesterfield, currently bottom of League One. Played 18 games, only won 2 of them. And those 2 games against Salford and Carlisle. They are in a bit of a dire state. They've got rid of their manager as well. He's just been sacked. They've lost 3, drawn 2 of their last 5 in the league, which is not good news. And yeah, we couldn't get past them at the Bob Lucas in the first game against them, of course, which brings us to today's first round replay. Let's just recap on what happened in that first game. Darcy giving us lead after 9 minutes. Dixon Peters equalising after 20. They took a lead through Monlouis after 47. A cracking shot from Monlouis, and Wakachu getting us a equaliser after 53. But then we couldn't find a way past them, which brings us to today's first round replay against Chesterfield at their place at the SMH Group Stadium. Previously, we've played them 4 times, only beaten them that once in the National League a couple of seasons back now. A 2-1 win on that occasion. Kieran Evans and Spencer Spurway giving us the win on that day. So there we go. Previous to that, we've lost once and drawn with them twice. So that is how that has gone. I did say that some games have been played in League One. Let's just have a quick recap on what was played. Derby drew 0-0 with Notts County. Exeter City beat Oxford United, which is why Oxford United, they have played a game, but that's why they're not so far in front of us. Reading beating Ipswich 3-2, and Shrewsbury beating Charlton by 2-0. So that is how it stands going into today's matches. We'll round up on that League One information just going ahead of the game against Notts County. But first up is the FA Cup first round replay against Chesterfield. We've had a little bit of a change of formation. Let's go and have a look at the team that faces Chesterfield. Here is the side that faces Chesterfield in this Emirates FA Cup first round replay. Virginia is in goal. Armitage, Grante and Ransom are defensive line. Linton and Johnson as the complete wing-backs. O'Grady Macken is playing as a deep-lying playmaker today. Not 2 in that midfield. We've put 1 in behind Wakachu up front. Patterson and Darcy are the wide players in attack. And Nzingo plays behind Wakachu up front. And on the bench today, Campbell, Olsen, Holman, Peters, Byron, Lopenda, Fletcher, G and Canlish. Here we are at Chesterfield. As I said, they've lost 3, drawn 2 of their last 5. They're playing a flat back 3 today. And matching us up pretty much. We've won 3, lost 1 and drawn 1 of our last 5. And with nearly 12 minutes on the clock, they have a corner. Earl with the corner. It's swung in near post. It's headed over the top though. 24 minutes on the clock. Johnson with a throw in to O'Grady Macken. Back to O'Grady Macken. Darcy, cross it in, and it's Travis Patterson with a header. His 5th goal of the season gives us a lead on, I'm not sure if it's 24 or 25, doesn't really matter, but we've got a lead. It was well worked. Johnson to O'Grady Macken, back to Johnson. O'Grady Macken turns, pulls it inside. Darcy chips it in, and it was held up lovely for Patterson to get to his head to it. 28, 29 minutes on the clock. Johnson again to O'Grady Macken. Johnson back to O'Grady Macken. Cuts inside. He's cut that in for Patterson. Patterson's got his 6th goal of the season. And he scored a brace and a 2-0 lead over Chesterfield. Maybe this formation, it's working in our other save. Maybe it's working in this one as well. And both worked by O'Grady Macken. 35 minutes, they have a corner. It's swung in, it's gone rifling through, and they've got one back through Ruben Rodriguez. Defence completely missed that. I'm not quite sure what's gone on. We'll see it again. I don't know if that was flicked on. And Rodriguez there in acres of space. Armitage trying to get a boot to it. In fact, he may have done. And deflected it past Virginia. Half time has arrived. And it's pretty even Stevens in a way. We've had 9 shots, 7 on target. That's a very good hit rate. It's just a shame we haven't converted more of those on targets. 0.85, 66% of the possession. That's quite key. And they've had 8 shots, 4 on target, 0.82, 34% of the possession. Just need to more of those on targets in the back of the net, please, boys. And need to keep them and thwart them. They've managed to get one back on 35, which has given them a little bit of hope in the second half. 15 minutes on the clock. Ball swung in. Yao Virginia comes out and collects. Rolls this out to Armitage. Armitage to Linton. Linton through to Nzingo. Nzingo trying to thread that through. Nobody there, though. And it was a bit of a poor ball in the end. That ball fired forward. It's headed on, though. And Nightingale is there. They made one change at half-time. And Dickinson-Peters is on. He was a thorn in our side before. Dickinson-Peters, the man, just to mention, it was cut back. Oh, Rodriguez gets his second and the equaliser on 52. And it's all square again. From a 2-0 lead, we have capitulated. There's confirmation of that substitution. And it's Dixon-Peters cutting that back. Rodriguez not marked. And with 64 minutes on the clock, we have brought on Kevin Candlish. He has replaced Josiah Linton. And we've also replaced Wakachu up front. And we have replaced him with Luca Fletcher. And with 77 minutes on the clock, making our final 3 changes on the last roll of the dice to see if we can get ahead in this game. We've got some tired players out there, but we can't take them all off. The changes that we have made is Cole Johnson has come off, not having a good day and tired. He's replaced by Jack Holman. We have replaced Ronan Darcy with Mika Peters. Mika Peters on the left. Patterson moving out to the right. And then we have taken off O'Grady Macken, who's had a good game, but he's tiring. And we've replaced him with Jordan Byron. 84 minutes on the clock. Nzingo with a corner. It's to the near post. It's headed clear. Nzingo back on it. Crosses this one deep. But the goalkeeper, Eastham, comes out and collects. Highlight looks like it's going to continue. He punts one long forward. Armitage is under it. Byron gives that ball away. Armitage has it down. Candlish, Nzingo, Byron to Patterson. Nzingo, he's put it away. What a shot from Nzingo. Second goal of the season for Nzingo, and gives us a 3-2 lead on 85 minutes. And is that going to be the goal that sees us through to a second round against Sheffield Wednesday? We'll find out in just a moment. Eastham well beaten. And with 5 minutes added time, we have seen the game out. And we have beaten Chesterfield by 3-2. And Travis Patterson picking up a player of the match. An 8.6. 1 key pass. 2 goals and an assist. In a very good day. And Nzingo playing very well as well. 1 key pass and a goal to boot. And, overall, performed quite well. Virginia did have a green at one point. He's conceding those 2 goals from Ruben Rodriguez. Not that he could do anything about them, I guess. But we have progressed to the second round. Find out more about when that's going to be in just a moment or two, but they've had 12 shots, 6 on target, 1.35, but only 33% of the possession. We had 15 shots, 9 on target, 1.19, and 67% of the possession. Bearing in mind that I think we had 9 shots, 7 on target in the first half, only 2 more shots on target in that second half. But we found a way through, and it was Glory Nzingo on 85 that did it. And confirmation that that win against Chesterfield in that match has given us an FA Cup second round tie at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Be featuring that in the next episode. We're going to play Notts County in the next match, of course, in this episode. And we're going to play Chesterfield again offline, this time again at the SMH Group Stadium. Can we get them a second time? But we're coming back for Sheffield Wednesday and Ipswich Town in the next episode. So that's how that bears out. Right, we just have literally 3 days down to the game against Notts County. Some tired legs it's going to be. We'll come back just ahead of that with any team news. And so it is match day, and we before we look at the teams, just to tell you that Travis Patterson has been suspended. He's met his 5 yellow cards, which means he will miss today's game. Just a 1 match ban for him. And we face Notts County, 4th in the table. Never played them before, so a little bit of an unknown quantity as far as that is concerned, as we've never played them. But they are picking up a little bit of form again. They've lost 3, 1-1, drawn 1 in their last 5. Not good form, but form that we could perhaps have a go at and see if we can turn that around to take a lead over Oxford United. Again, would be very, very nice. We'll be back and have a look at the team that will play in match day 18. Here is the team that faces Notts County. Sky Bet League match day, League 1 match day 18. And it's Virginia in goal. Olsen, Ransom and G are defensive line. Candlish and Harmon playing as the complete wing backs. Lopenda is back as the deep line playmaker. Whittingham comes in for the suspended Patterson. Darcy is out on the right. Nzingo, who's not fully fit, but he is in behind Wakachu, who leads the attack up front. Campbell, Armitage, Johnson, Peters, Angemang, O'Grady, Macken, and Jebison make up the bench. And here we are back at the Bob Lucas, playing our usual formation. I say our usual formation, our revised formation. Notts County playing a conventional 4-4-2 today. Notts County in 4th on 33. We are 2nd on 38. We're playing in blue and white today. Five minutes on the clock. Holman with a throw into Lopenda. Holman crosses deep. Whittingham. Oh, first goal of the season for Matt Whittingham, and it was a perfect header in the end. And we take the lead on 6 minutes. And move up into first place. Lovely work between Lopenda and Holman. Holman just breezed this one across, and Whittingham getting up above the defender. 7 minutes on the clock. They have a throw in. Mandaroo working together into the area. It's bobbling around there. It's cleared. Darcy coming away with it. Couldn't keep control of the ball. Mandaroo and Robinson working together. Mandaroo back to Robinson. Mandaroo fires it across. They have a free kick. 11 minutes on the clock. Robinson with a free kick. Is he going to go direct? He is, but it's gone over the top. No more highlights in that first half. 8 shots, 3 on target, 0.56, 46% of the possession. Not as much possession as we'd like. They've had 4 shots, just the 1 on target, 0.43 and 54% of the possession. We have a lead at half time, but it would be nice if we could extend that lead. They made 2 changes at half time. Canlish crossed this ball deep. Didn't find anybody. Lependa, he's lost the ball. Bad control. That's a poor ball. Ransom tidying up. Ransom goes out wide. Darcy flicks it on to Holman. Holman crosses this in, and it's flicked on by Nzingo. 3rd goal of the season, and we take a 2-goal lead on 47 minutes. And it's just the start to the second half we wanted. Ransom picking up on that loose ball. Holman just putting it into the danger zone, and Nzingo flicking it past the goalkeeper. Question whether he was offside. I don't think he was. And with 65 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, 2 very tired players out there. Ronan Darcy, he's tired. We've replaced him with Carl Johnson. And the other change that we made is Glory Nzingo getting that header to give us a 2-0 lead. Played very well today, but he is tired, and he's been replaced by O'Grady Macken. O'Donnell with a throw into Aitchinson. Back to O'Donnell into the area, but G tidies up. Fires it forward. Wakachu off his feet there. Has to be careful. Still alive. Don't think the changes that we've made have happened yet. As this throw-in was about to happen when we were making the changes. Gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Penman. Kelly. Back to the goalkeeper again. Edged our way into their zone, as it were. Forcing them back using the goalkeeper quite a bit here. And looking to break the line. Thwart their attack. This one over the top, though. Longstaff is in. Longstaff puts it away, and they've got one back. 12th goal of the season. And on 67, it's 2-1. Almost looked too easy for a while. And it was a nice ball through to Longstaff. Virginia trying to stay middle, see which way he went. And with 70 minutes on the clock, rather annoyingly, Jack Holman's picked up an injury, a potential foot injury. He's been having a good game. He was on a 9 as well. So he could still get player of the match. We're going to bring Angamang on to replace him. Do we need to make any other changes at this juncture in time? Kevin Canlish not having a good day out on the left, but we haven't really got anybody. Whittingham could drop into there. We could put Mika Peters out on that left. It may well be that's what we have to do. Decisions. We'll have a think about that. Right at the minute, we don't need to do any changes. That's our 3rd change. We have 2 left. 75 on the clock. O'Donnell and Aitchinson working again. Ashton. Good lift. Don't give him too much space, but Wakachu gets a boot in, but it's only punted as far as Penman. Kelly seemed to have sat back on Alaros. He's got round his man. He's crossed this in. It's come back off the woodwork, and it's sort of cleared. O'Donnell tracks it back in again. It's cleared. Grady Macken. Johnson controlling this ball. He's pulled it inside, but he's given it away. Oh, man. But Canlish wins that ball back. Whittingham. Johnson retrieves the ball. Oh, what is going on? And it's tidied up in the end. O'Grady Macken through to Whittingham. And with 82 minutes on the clock, we're making final 2 changes. We have brought on Amika Peters for the tiring Glory Nzingo. Sorry, not Glory Nzingo. We didn't for Tom Lependa. That's who we've taken off. O'Grady Macken dropping back into that deep midfield. And the final change that we have made is in defence. We have taken off Billy G, who is also tiring, and brought on Will Armitage. 84 on the clock. We have a corner. It's swung in. Ransom to Johnson. Johnson creates the space. And, Peters just putting, I think it's gone for a corner, actually. Well worked. Kept it alive. Johnson, this is going to be a short corner. When he takes it to Wakachu. Wakachu inside of Whittingham. Whittingham is sort of tripped. And they're going to come away at us. Longstaff is running out. And we need to win this ball back. And it's gone out. Johnson swung in. Not won by Ransom. Ransom tidies it up to Johnson. Johnson crosses deep. And it's Olsen who heads it back. Peters then deflected off the defender. And with 8 minutes added on to the end of the game, we have actually managed to win. And that Macaulay Longstaff goal on 67 was no more than a consolation goal, as it turned out. And the system has worked again. 15 shots, 6 on target, 2.15 and 49% of the possession. They had 7 shots, 4 on target, 0.76 and 51% of the possession. Jack Holman, who picked up that injury, gets a player of the match. 5 key passes, 3 clear-cut chances and 2 assists for his 9.0. Other good games for Nzingo, who got a goal, and Matthew Whittingham, who also got a goal, and Mika Peters, the best of the substitutes. Well, we start with bad news. Jack Holman is going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks, and that is not good. Because we don't really have a backup for Johnson in that position. We'll need to be possibly looking to see what we've got. I guess Amangamang can play in that position, and he may well do going forward for the time being. In the meantime, we have gone top of the league. Let's have a look at the scores from today's games. Carlisle beating Burton 3-1. Leyton Orient losing 3-2 to Walsall. Exeter City beating Lincoln City by a 0-0. And Wycombe Wanderers beating Chesterfield. Lowly Chesterfield by 6-1. We beat Notts County by 2-1, of course. Whittingham and Nzingo, the scorers, which means that we do go top by 1 point over Oxford United. Birmingham still have a game in hand, and they could come within a point of Oxford United in 3rd place. Notts County have played 19. They played 1 more than the rest of us at the moment. They are in 4th on 33, just ahead of Charlton, who are in 5th, also on 33, taking up the last of the playoff places on 32 points. On goal difference from Reading, albeit Reading does have a game in hand. They are in 6th, Reading 7th. Just outside of that area in the drop zone. Burton, Leyton, Rotherham and Chesterfield, who can't get off that bottom. It's very close at the bottom there, though. A little bit of a gap from Ipswich to Carlisle. So that's how the League One table looks as we go into this little bit of a break. Chesterfield, we're going to play offline. We're going to come back for an FA Cup second round tie against Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday currently in League One. We played them. We haven't played them, have we? We have. We played them earlier in the season at the Bob Lucas, a 1-1 draw on that occasion. Patterson after 18. Horace Highland gives Sheffield Wednesday the lead on 1 minute. So we'll see how we progress against them. And then it's a game against Ipswich Town, who are currently lying in 20th place. So I hope you join me for that one. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of From the Bottom to the Top and our other series, Going Dutch, as they are released. And new episodes, bottom to the top, will be released every Tuesday and Friday. 4:15 p.m. is the time, and the best way to keep up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 92. It's out on Tuesday, second round of the FA Cup, and a game against Ipswich Town in League One. Hope to see you then. Until then, have yourselves a great weekend. Bye-bye.